Hi folks, so I've just decided to switch completely over to my Mac M1 Mini now from the 2012, and mainly for my music production and so on with Studio One. So I'm just going to quickly talk you through what I've got connected here. I've got my power at the top, I've got my Ethernet connection here, I've got a Thunderbolt port here which goes out and feeds this Caldigit hub here, which I'll show you in a second. I've got my second Thunderbolt port which goes out directly to my PreSonus Quantum interface. I've got my HDMI out to my monitor, and then I've just used two USB ports here for a couple of ancillary bits and pieces that are kicking around. So that is everything, but I've got two monitors, so I needed to accommodate that, and I also needed to plug in a shed load of other bits of USB kits. So I'll just show you what I did with those now. So this here is the Caldigit TBT4 Element. I decided to go for this one because I thought it had the best option of Thunderbolt in back to my Mac, and then two Thunderbolt outs, which is my best option because I got one going directly to my Samsung T7 SSD, which is there, and then I've got the other one going to this Apple. Now in my experience it needs to be the Apple version. I have got a cheap Chinese version which just didn't work at all. The Apple one seems to work fine. It's the AV connector, so you can see it's got USB-C, but this is USB-C is only good for charging. I think it's no good for data transfer. It's got HDMI, which allows my second monitor, and it's got a standard USB port, which at the moment I'm using to power this Evo 8 interface hub, which I'm just putting under some sort of test. I'm going to be doing a review on that very shortly. The Caldigit is cool because, like I say, it's got Thunderbolt in, two Thunderbolt outs, that's the power cable, and then we've got four standard USBs on the front which I'm using, one of which is currently going, if you can see this, it's a bit dark, currently going to this, let me just put the light on, to this Anchor 8-way USB powered hub. Now this has got 8 USB connections, data transfer connections, and 4 general power connectors for charging stuff up and things like that, and which is what I use to power the GoPro. So that's how I'm using it. It all works fine. I'll just show you quickly over here. Here you can see I've got my 3 drives set up there, which are again over here. One is the Samsung T7, which I showed you earlier. I've got another this one, I forget what it's called now, and I've got another one of those hiding underneath. So I've got 3 SSDs connected to this, one directly via Thunderbolt, the other 2 just via USB. Thunderbolt one is where I keep all of my software, VSTs and everything to do with my DAW. The other one's just really for backup stuff, and then aside from that, the rest of the USB stuff just essentially does the fader port. I've got a PreSonus Revelator IO there, which I generally use for YouTube stuff. I've got my controller that actually goes direct to my monitor controller. Got the Atom, got wireless keyboard, and in this at the moment I'm using a wired mouse because I just prefer a wired mouse, and there's my little Logitech camera there for normal stuff. So that's pretty much everything that's connected. Oh, and there's a little CD writer there as well. That's pretty much how I've got it all set up, and it all works pretty good. There's my PreSonus Quantum down there, which again is all connected via Thunderbolt, and that's how it's working. And I found the M1 without doubt doesn't have nowhere near enough ports for anybody doing music production, so you need to expand it, and the way I'm looking at it is the Caldigit is doing it for me at the moment. There's a couple of options, that's my best one, and don't forget Apple Thunderbolt cables I'm using, because anything else just doesn't seem to work properly with the M1 for me. You know, if you've got any other stuff that works, if you know cables that work that are the right money, then by all means let us know, and I'm going to be reviewing this Evo 8 soon. Okay guys, that's it. Anything you want to know about what I've got my setup, just let me know, or if you think I can be doing it better, certainly let me know about that as well. Cheers guys.